Good afternoon, Joyce. Are you working today? Ah, mm, where do you go to school? Mm, what do you study? Ah, occupational therapist. Let's see. We should have two more students, so we just maybe wait one minute, see if they come. How is the weather today where you are? Very hot. What is hot? What temperature? 32. I live in Thailand, and for Thai people, 32 is not hot. Yeah, in my home state, in Massachusetts, in America, 32 is hot. But in Thailand, even 36, 38, 40. Last week was 44, 45. It's a plus, very sunny and humid. No, they don't seem to mind it. I don't understand how it's way too hot for Americans, but this is where I lived for a while. So, hi Sally, how are you? Are you working today? Go to school? At home? Mm, I think we should start. It's supposed to be three people, but we should get started. We're going to talk about uh, how to sleep well at night. We call it in English, get a good night's rest. That's what we call it. So there are some good habits and bad habits. So we'll talk about them. How about first though? Let's review some vocabulary words. Joyce, could you read the first word and definition? Com- Completely awake, right? Sometimes we wake up in the morning, right? Maybe like this. That's this is wide awake. It's sometimes I used to have problems sleeping, and all night I'm just wide awake. It's terrible. Sally, how about the next one? Hmm. Right. When maybe after a long day at work or playing some exercise, you feel exhausted. It's sort of like this, like a no energy. There's no energy. We say I feel exhausted. Joyce, how about this one? Drowsy, sleepy, feeling sleepy. Mm. Sort of people who are drowsy, you see them sometimes in Asia in the train, they're like this, and then and like that. That's drowsy. When you feel like you feel like your body keeps almost going to sleep. Sally, the next one, right? It's more common, something that if it's familiar, it's something that everyone knows. So, like mm, a familiar food, right? Everybody knows noodles. Sorry, that's a familiar food. Joyce, next one, right? And give someone a tip, right? To help them, give them some small information, right? Helpful hint. Yes, tip. Yes. It can have another meaning, tip. Like after you eat the meal, you leave some extra money for the waitress or for the waiter, but that's a different, different word. Same spelling, but different meaning. How about Sally? What's the next one? Right? It's kind of similar to familiar, but it's a little bit different. Sort of like if regular, right? If we have a regular schedule, maybe we go to bed same time each night. We wake up same time each day. Go to work same time. Eat breakfast same. So regular. And how about Joyce? The mm, behavior. Behavior. Mm, right, so behavior or an action. Right, Sally. The next one. Stimulated, yeah, like energy to do something. Something makes you excited. To, maybe if you go on the roller coaster at the amusement park, you get stimulated. And how about Sally? Is that the next one? Right, removed. Take away. And the last one, Joyce. Hmm, right, like loose clothing means it has like a there's a lot of extra room. It's not tight. So how about Sally? Could you read the first paragraph for us about when you set your alarm? Right, and then just this first sentence here. When morning, right, of the day. Do you ever does this ever happen to you? Do you ever do you ever have a night where you can't sleep sometime? How do you feel in the morning or the next day? Very drowsy. And do you feel like upset or irritated? Do you does it make you in a bad mood or just drowsy? Okay. Yeah, it's like a female menstrual cycle day. Yes. Uh, how about uh, uh, Sally? What do you think? Excuse me. I mean Joyce. Excuse me. Do you have this kind of night? This kind of often, or just sometimes, or hmm. How do you feel the next day? Hmm. Do you what do you usually do? Do you Oh, it's Monday for you? Is the I used to have a big problem with sleeping. Like I couldn't sleep, but I didn't need much sleep, so I didn't feel drowsy. Uh, but I used to have a problem sleeping. So doctor gave me like a medicine years ago. Now I don't have a problem. A long time ago, one time I went almost 1 month. I couldn't sleep. Almost 1 month. Every single night. I try to sleep. I try everything. Listen to ocean music. I meditate. Anything didn't work. But I was in a bad mood the next day because not tired. I didn't. I don't feel tired much ever. For 1 month, yes, it almost made my brain crazy. It was May 1990. I was 30 years old, and I had uh, I had just started a company in Japan. I was living in Japan, and it was a lot of stress, and I couldn't sleep. So by the end, maybe I slept 20 minutes each night. That was it. So just always just kind of feel like this, and it's just uh, irritated, very irritated. Uh, let's see, Joyce, can you read number one for us, like about how to get regular sleep? Do you do this, or does yours change from what time do you normally go to bed? 12 a.m. Go to bed. What time do you wake up? Oh, 7 o'clock. Mm, mm. I usually go to bed only because my dogs they know there's another one over there that they know the time. They like to go to bed at. I used to live with my ex girlfriend 10 years. We lived in this house, and then now we broke up. But uh, she usually likes to go to bed at 10 o'clock. So the dogs got used to every night going to bed at 10 o'clock. For me, I like to go to bed about 11 o'clock, but I get up a lot earlier than you. I get up at 4:30 a.m. So because I have many many things to do, I do it every single day of the year. So I sleep about 5.5 hours, something like that. But at 10 o'clock, the dogs come over and go like this to me. They know. It's like, Daddy, we want to go to bed. Time we need to go out and pee and poop, and then we go to bed. So And then there's a whole schedule. I have to pet each one of them. They jump on the bed and they get, oh, you're a good girl, like this, and I pet them. Each one, they take their turn. Like with dog number one, I have three dogs. Dog number two, dog number three. So they remind me, like, Daddy, it's 10 o'clock. I usually tell them just a little bit more. How about Sally? What about number two? Hmm. Do you ever exercise late or eat late in the evening, like before bed? Ah, what time? What time is late? 10 p.m. Oh, that is pretty late. What time? What time do you usually go to bed? 12. 12 a.m. So that's about 2 hours. Oh, okay. But okay, you eat late, but still, there's enough time between going to sleep. Do you know why they tell you not to eat too late, too close to the bedtime? Right, it will, could hurt, or it. What happens is your stomach and your intestine need to break down the food. We call it digest the food. So that action makes your brain work and think to tell your stomach to like move the food around. So it makes you have some brain activity before bed. If you have too much activity, like me, if I'm thinking about, if I decide to work late, which I work late a lot. I work I work about 15 hours a day, but yes, 7 days a week, maybe 350 something days a year. And I only take maybe 7 or 8 personal days or vacation days. I have 3 companies, so I can't take much time. Uh, all my life, it's the way my family taught me. I had a part time job when I was like 6, 7 years old. So it's my family's way, style of creating the hardworking a person and grow the child up uh, with responsibility. But if I'm thinking very strongly, or I'm worried about a problem too late, then I might have trouble going to sleep if I don't take some medicine, certain sleeping medicine. But um, so I try not to work too late anymore. Maybe, but sometimes I still work till 9 p.m. like that. But I do. But I eat late. For Thai people, I eat late, and I eat late. I eat about 7:30 p.m. So I eat late breakfast. I don't eat lunch, and then I eat kind of a late dinner. A late dinner. When I take a break uh, from work, maybe around what would be most people's dinner time, like 6 p.m. I usually use it to watch maybe a little bit of TV or listen to the news. So, that's my relaxing time. How about Joyce? What about number three? Your mind, right? Your mind. Hmm. Do you watch TV before bed? Yes. Yes. You okay? Yes, I answer a few messages at night before bed, but I don't use it too much. I try because I learned that it will become addictive. Okay, I answer one message, then okay, person writes back. I reply again. They write back. I reply. Next thing I know, like a 1 hour is gone by, and I'm still awake. So I answer the messages through. I get lots of messages, maybe like 50 or 100 a day. So I try to answer the important ones. Some people I don't answer. Actually, many of them are girls, just girls. It's like a Thai girls like a foreign guy like me or something. I don't know. That's what they say. I don't know if it's true, but but I do have a TV in the bedroom, a big screen TV, but I rarely watch it because I know that again I will get addicted to it. Maybe if I start watching the news or I watch a TV program, it maybe it ends. Maybe it's like at 10:40, and I should go to bed. But it looks like the next episode is going to be good. So like maybe I watch one more. TV is there, but I stopped watching it about a year ago. Sally, do you watch TV before bed? No. You use the cell phone before bed. Uh, what do you do on the cell phone? Are you watching? Oh, for news. Okay. Yeah, if you watch YouTube, it's almost like watching TV then, but it's a small TV. How about Joyce? Do you have a TV in your room, in your bedroom? Do you have a TV in your room or computer? Yes. That's why you watch TV before bed. It's a, but you can watch TV and then fall asleep easy, no problem. Yeah, a lot of people say that. They say sleeping helps them. Like actually, if you travel a lot, you'll see that every hotel has a bedroom. From you can see from your bed. So, like, and when I travel on business, I always watch TV before bed. Never affects. But usually, I'm watching news. So, like the news ends, and then turn off, go to bed. I don't try to watch a movie or something from bed. But how about Sally? Do you have a TV in your bedroom? No. Do you have a TV in your house? Okay. So in the living room. Some people, especially there's a certain small group of Americans that just they don't believe in watching TV, so they have no TV in their house. They're unusual. They're not like they are not. It's not regular to do this. They're kind of a weird group of people, but yes, they are actually against technology. They don't have cell phones. Some of them don't even have a regular phone in their house. So there's the only way to contact them really is by going to their house. It's in the state of Pennsylvania. They live they believe that the Bible, whatever, uh, tells them that they are supposed to live like the way it was, like almost 200 years ago. Like a 1820 something, like no technology. It's a they ride with horses and a carriage. They're like an attraction to go see for normal people like me. We go to that part of Pennsylvania just to see. They have really long beards. They don't shave. They don't shave or cut their hair. Girls can't cut their hair, so their hair grows, really long down their back. It's strange people. They're called. If you have access to the internet, so you can look them up. They're called Amish. Amish people. They're in. They mostly live in Pennsylvania. You can look them up. They live in the western part. Well, they live in the whole different parts of the state of Pennsylvania. They're called the Amish people. They they wear big black hats like we did 200 years ago, like Abraham Lincoln, the President Lincoln. They're a tourist attraction, and it they ride with a horse. We call horse and buggy. Let me see if I can find a picture. Let's see if there's if it happens to be available here with iTutor. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, here's a typical. Here's what they use for instead of a car. This is modern day. This is probably taken like in the last 5 or 10 years. So yeah, they're strange people. And you see, let's see if I can find the way they dress. Uh, they dress like this, like this picture. Really old. Yes, yes. Women cannot show any part of their body. They have to wear all the way down to their feet. I can't show their legs. They're strange people. So, but anyways, how about Pennsylvania? Look, remember, I wrote it down there. Amish people, Pennsylvania. They are not far from my home state. Maybe takes about 6 hours to drive there in a car on the highway. And so they live in like one city they live outside of is called one city they live in. It's a town. It's They live outside of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Many people go to Lancaster just to look at them, and they don't like it. They don't like when you look at them. You can go there, but of course you can't go on their property, without asking them first. And they are very, very private. So if you look at them too much, they they get a little bit angry. Yes. So you just kind of drive by, like you'll be driving, and suddenly you see like we call it a horse and buggy, like that weird looking horse drawn. So you just give it a quick look, and then you don't want to stare. You don't want to look like this at it, because then they get a little bit upset. So, but yeah, they're famous in that part of Pennsylvania, different parts of Pennsylvania, but outside Lancaster, Pennsylvania is famous for Amish people. They originally came from Holland, the Netherlands, up northern Europe years and years ago. That they immigrated to America. So, how about, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd want to be their children. I don't think I'd want to be their children. So, but yeah, a lot of times the girls, are only educated to like a eighth grade, and they're kind of pushed to be married by the time they're 16. find and they all, when they build a house, the whole town gets together, like 100 people. They can build a house like in 2 days. They put up, it's quite amazing. Yeah, but it's they're strong. There's there's no. They build like an old style with heavy strong wood, uh, traditional building back like 200 years ago. Yeah, but there's like 100 people working at one time, so everybody knows exactly what to do. You're trained since you're like 3 years old. You know how to. It's called barn raising. They call it barn raising, and they will put up a barn in a house, and the new people have a brand new house. Very quick. So and they help each other a lot. If somebody needs money, and some of them are quite rich. They're millionaires, but if you look at them, you think they're poor. Just that they're taught, they believe God tells them that to spend money is evil. It's just strange. They believe in the old Bible. It's a and they follow the word exactly as it's written in the Bible. I don't know. It's just something weird. So, anyways, interesting people. So, how about Sally? Can you read number 5 for us? What do you wear loose clothes at night when you sleep? Yes. How about Joyce? Do you wear loose clothes when you sleep? It's kind it's kind of interesting. Some Thai people actually almost sleep in like regular clothes. It's very weird for me. I've had quite a few Thai girlfriends that live with me. So some of them, like for me, if I'm honest, I don't wear any clothes when I go to bed. It's a naked. So it's a I like to wear nothing. So it's unless of course, if I'm at somebody else's house, then I'll only wear just the boxer shorts. That's all I wear. I'm too hot. I get warm very easily. So, and I don't like a lot of blankets over me. Just a very thin blanket. So because that's why I get warm very easily, like a so-called over overheat. This happens to me very easy. I feel hot, like whew, I'm hot, especially Thailand, where it's always like last night when I took the dogs to bed at 11 o'clock. Yeah, so it was a little bit later last night. I made them stay an extra hour. They didn't like it, but they keep bothering me every 10 minutes. Come over to me, and they want to. And so they know 10 o'clock. Snowflake, the white dog, she comes over right like 10:01. 10:01. She's trying to touch me with her paw like this. So I'm laying watching TV maybe, or I'm reading a book or something. She's funny. She's funny. I have a lot of fun. Since my girlfriend and I broke up, we were together 10 years. We broke up last January. All I have is just my dogs, my 3 dogs. So it went to bed at 11 last night, but it was they each take their turn. It takes me like 30 minutes to go to bed because each dog needs 10 minutes petting. 10 minutes times 3, 30 minutes. And they get jealous. They get jealous. If I pet one, okay, another one comes over, like, "Hey, Daddy, I'm here." It's funny. They are cute. This is a picture of them outside. I don't have my disk drive plugged in, but these are the 3 of them. So they 2 of them were homeless dogs, and the gold one, my golden retriever, she was expensive. She was when I bought her from a farm as a puppy. How about can you match? let's say, Sally, number one, wide awake. Which one? Which one is that? Wide awake. Which one on the right hand side is it? Right, completely awake. Okay. How about Joyce, number two? What's an activity? Ah, very good. An action, right? How about Sally, number three? Not tight. What's the word? How do, how do you pronounce it? Just checking to see if you know how to pronounce the word. Some people say it the wrong way. Do you know how to say it? Loose, loose. But some people say lose, which is different. So right, so not tight. How about Joyce, number four? Right, stimulated. Right, stimulated. How about Sally, number five? What's regular? I'm normal. Right, right, normal. Right, normal. And Joyce, number six. Right. Give someone a tip, like try to help them with the problem. And Sally, what's number seven? I guess it's right. Feeling sleepy. Right. Very good. That was an easy one. Right. So I kind of know the answers based upon what you told me. But Joyce, how many hours do you sleep each night? About 6 hours on Monday to Friday. What about Saturday and Sunday? Wow. Oh, if I slept 11 hours, I have a here day off. Do you know on when I used to have a different schedule on the weekends? I mean, like about sleeping. Actually, I do the opposite of you because it's my we don't say holiday day off, right? Weekend because it's day off. I feel like this is my day so that I don't have to, I'm not working today. When I had a job as an engineer, my first 6 years of as a professional, after I graduated with my first degree from university. So I always thought, well, Saturday, Sunday, those are my days. So I want to be awake the most that I can be. So actually, I sleep less. I get up early Saturday morning. I get up early Sunday morning, and I go to bed late each day so that I can maximize my awake time. So the days where I used to sleep longer were work days. So it's a not that I slept very long. Most of my life, I only slept 4 or 5 hours. But now that I'm old, I need like six and a half. I am old. I'm 58. So I'm getting old. But my body now really wants, like if I ask you, do you want to sleep more, Joyce? Yes. uh, Sally, what about you? How many hours do you sleep each night? 7 hours. Do you feel like you want to sleep more? Yes. Yeah, I think on the average I sleep about 5.5, and I do feel like when I first wake up, my I have like a little bit of a sick stomach. I don't know why. I think it's just because I wake up suddenly quick, and then I feel like for the first 5 minutes, I feel like I want to sleep more. But once I get up and I let the dogs out, and then I come back up and I begin to take a shower, then it goes away. It's gone. Once I shower, it's gone. Once I start the water, so or I play some music or something. How about uh, we already did we did number two, so right, actually we did number three, right? Do you watch TV or computer? How about number four, Joyce? If you can't sleep, what do you do? Hmm. Really? So those help you? Hmm. Hmm. Maybe TV helps me a little bit, but I'm not sure about the phone. Not sure about the. I'm not sure. I don't know. Hmm. So you're watching you're all night. Wow. That's what I'm afraid of. If I start watching, I won't stop. So I want to go. Oh, the next one looks good. Oh, the next one looks good. So how about Sally? What do you do if you can't sleep? Hmm. Oh, so okay, so kind of similar to Joyce. There's the word similar, right? Kind of the same. So for me, if I really find I can't sleep, I take the medicine. I take a pill, and I don't think that the TV will help me, but it maybe I don't know. It's just I'm always afraid I'll get addicted and want to watch the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. Right? Let's talk about a little bit about grammar, how we use to do something. So right. So how about Sally? What's the first one that we use do for? Right? And what's the example there? Right? I will do. Right. So we're going to do a task. Do the laundry. How about Joyce? What's the second reason? In the example, right? Or you could say maybe I will do my housework tomorrow, or I will do my yard work tomorrow. Right? So to do work, right? And how about Sally, number three? Hmm. And the example, right? So something. So we don't know what it is. It's unknown, right? So we say do something, you know. And then Joyce, the fourth one, verb, a verb, action word to us, right? And the example, right? I do dress, right? So it means it's really important to us to wear that. If I say, I do want to go shopping, means I really want to go shopping. So we had put to and then the verb, right? Want to go. So so it's a emphasizes the verb, like this one. right? Can you read the for instance the short conversation, right? Do for emphasis, right? Do you what? Do you want? I'm sorry, Joy. I meant Joyce to continue. Sorry. Mm. Yes, right. Yes, I do. Right. It's normally we would say, yes, right. Like this, the or, right. I do. Right. I do want to go to the movies. Means we're emphasizing. Yes, I want to go. I do want to go. Right. So right, both of the answers, right, are good. But when we say I do want, it's more emphasis on the action to want to go, right? So same thing in this one. Sally, can you read this short conversation? Right. So yes, I want to eat fun. But if we want to emphasize it, we say what? Right. Yeah, and we actually emphasize or I do want to eat junk food. Right? So just instead of saying yes I want to, we say yes I do want to. So it makes it stronger, right? So we're gonna we 13 is, I guess we could do 13, but it's a little bit difficult. Uh, how about if someone it's, the problem is it's a dating question, right? Do you want to go out with me? It's like a date. That let's How would you answer it, Joyce? If you really wanted to, if some person you really wanted to have a date with, if they asked you, "Do you want to go out with me?" and you want to show emphasis, so you're going to add "do," how would you answer it? Like if I said, "Joyce, do you want to go out with me?" You would say, "Yes, I do what? I do want to go." Okay, let's go travel. And maybe it's because we make it like a strong emphasis. And how about Sally? What about if I asked you, do you like watching TV? You want to put some emphasis on it, right? What would you answer? Right? I right? I do like TV, right? And kind of put an exclamation to emphasize it, right? So I do. And so we learned a little bit about sleeping and good habits for sleeping, even though it seems like yeah, both of you watch TV and use your cell phone in bed. So, but I admit I have more than two, but I have a Huawei and iPhone. I do have them next to me, and I do listen at night for. I set the timer for an hour, but I always fall asleep during the middle of the podcast or the news or something. I don't remember the next day what I was listening to, but I do try to limit. Like I'll go to the WhatsApp or something, and there'll be many many messages to me, and then I will send just answer a few, and then I stop and say, okay, I'll do the rest tomorrow because I'm afraid. I'm afraid that. Okay, that's it. Any questions? Any questions? You can go check out on the internet Amish people, Pennsylvania. You can learn all about you can look them up on Wikipedia. Wikipedia will have a whole article about how they came to America and the way they live, their weird beliefs and stuff. So you'll see they're not normal people. They're not. But But if you meet them, don't ever tell them that they're not normal, because they will be upset. They think their life is living it according to God or something, so they believe they're right and the world is evil, so it's uh, you know, some strange Christian people. So, okay, have a good afternoon, and I'll hope to see you next time. Okay, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Bye now.